My name is Jeff Butler. I'm a business owner in Warwick, a property owner, and I'm also a taxpayer in the city of Warwick. And this message is to not only the citizens, but also the mayor and the city council of the city of Warwick. I don't know if everyone has realized over the last few years how the city council and the mayor's office has lost their balance of power with a third organization in the city of Warwick, and that is the building department and the planning department. It was always my history of growing up and looking at the balance of power that the mayor was the decision maker, and we looked to the mayor for direction. We also looked for our city council for direction, but it was never the building department or the planning department. They're not elected positions, they're appointed positions. The city council is elected, and they are taxpayers, and they are also residents of the city of Warwick. So we look to them with respect as their decision making will be what's for the best of the city of Warwick. A city council person's decision is always based on what is the best decision for the city of Warwick. Same with the mayor. Mayor Picozzi, when he became the mayor, of course he's thinking what is in the best interest of the city of Warwick. But the building department, who is run by non-residents, appointed, in the planning department, who is a non-resident. When I say non-resident, they don't live in Warwick. Lydia Abruz doesn't live in Warwick, she lives in Coventry. Al DeCourt lives in Gloucester. Seth Goldblitz lives in East Greenwich. Yet they're making decisions on the growth or potential growth or non-growth of the city of Warwick. It's actually come to where you go to your city council person, hey, I need to get something done, and they have to go ask permission to these three appointed people. The reason that they have so much power is that through the last three administrations, they've been able to keep their position. And that's a problem because the longer they stay on, the more power they yield. Now, as a taxpayer, you might say, what is this really, how does it affect me? Well, think about it. If you want to build a shed, a simple shed at your house, you want to pull a permit. You have to go to this non-resident Al DeCourt who lives in Gloucester and get his permission for you to build your shed in Warwick? Does that make sense? You want to open up a business in Warwick, you have to go to Seth Goldblitz, who's from East Greenwich. Hey, Seth, I want to open up a business. Tell me the rules and regulations or what you feel I need to do to open up my business in Warwick. Or you want to build a house, or you want to change the use of a property. You have to go to Lydia Abruz, who's from Coventry. Now, the reason why that's a problem is because these three are making decisions based on what's best for Warwick. No, what do they care? It doesn't affect their pocket with taxes, what decision they make. But also, on the other hand, where if there's a dispute with a taxpayer and legal services are needed, and they are now using Warwick's money and taxes to fight somebody, well, again, it doesn't affect them. They live in other towns. So where did we go wrong in Warwick? Where did the balance of power lose its balance over the years? Why did they have so much power in the building and planning department? Other cities and towns are not like that. Cranston's growing. Cranston just became the second largest city in Rhode Island. Why? Because people are leaving Warwick. Businesses are leaving Warwick. Residents leaving Warwick because of this. But it's easy to take back over again. All the city council has to do and all the mayor has to do is say, what are we doing here? We are the ones in charge. We live in the city. We pay taxes to the city. We represent our taxpayers, our constituents. Why are we allowing these three appointed people to stay in position and make the decisions? They're appointed. It's easy. The mayor could just fire them. Get people from the city. I'm sure there are very, very qualified residents in the city of Warwick, as there are with the city council, the school committee, all elected officials that make decisions based on one thing. What is the best decision for the city of Warwick? And that's the problem here. I don't know if anyone realized that these three people are making major decisions, zoning decisions, business decisions, tax decisions. You know, I have a problem right now with the city of Warwick. I do pay over $200,000 in taxes for the 12 properties that I own, a little more than that. And I also own 4 businesses in Warwick. So yes, even with my battle that I'm having with them, they're affecting the income for the city of Warwick because I'm about to embark on a large renovation of a project in Warwick that will bring in a couple $100,000 a year in city taxes. That could pay a lot of salaries in Warwick. But again, we're letting these out-of-city residents make the decisions. it should upset anybody who's a taxpayer in Warwick should question why that is. Thank you. So one of the things that is of grave concern, or should be a grave concern for the mayor and for the city council, is that I have a property in Warwick that's a multi-unit, and I need to upgrade 2 of the fire alarms in it, 2 smoke detectors. So you have to pull an electrical permit because it's a multifamily, and I did. Well, the building department will not give me that electrical permit. They refuse to give it to me. Just absolutely refuse to give it to me. Now, the reason they're refusing is they're saying that we're arguing over the size of the building, whether it's a 5-unit, 8-unit. But that's a zoning question that has nothing to do with building code. It has nothing to do with fire safety code. In fact, the state of Rhode Island electrical inspector and the state of Rhode Island electrical investigator both suggested to Al DeCourt, the building department, to give me my electrical permit so I can make these fire safety upgrades. And the building department yields so much power in the city of Warwick that they are now putting the city's liability at risk if there's something that happens in that building. And that should be of grave concern for the city council and the mayor, that the person that holds this much power is ignoring the state fire marshal, the state electrical inspector, and the state electrical investigator. I have their names. It's all documented. I have no problem sharing that information with any city council person, with the mayor, the city solicitor. Whoever wants this information can have it. I have nothing to hide. In fact, all the news channels can have it. Providence Journal can have it. Go Local Rhode Island can have it. I don't care. Anyone can have this information because it's a fact and it shouldn't be hidden. The fact that the city of Warwick building department, again, the guy does not live in Warwick, yet he's putting Warwick's liability at risk by not giving us this electrical permit. And that's against Rhode Island law and against Rhode Island code, but no one's enforcing it because he yields so much power. The person or people that can redirect that power is the Warwick City Council and the mayor. And they should take control over the city again so things like this don't happen, where you have non-residents putting the city's liability at risk. And not only are they employees that were able to get the jobs, okay, maybe through their credentials, and maybe at one time they were good, who knows? But also I wonder, is it because they couldn't make it out on their own? Is a building inspector somebody who couldn't be a contractor, couldn't be on his own as a contractor, couldn't be successful, couldn't handle having customers, giving good customer service? So what does he do? He stops handling his private business and he goes and he gets a city job. Is that what happened with the assistant building inspector, the one from East Greenwich? Is that what happened with Lydia? She couldn't make it in private business, so they go and they get a city job and they live off of our taxes, okay? And they skate along and skate along. Okay, and that's why they say no, because it's easier to say no rather than saying yes when you have to work hard. They say no because that's the easy way out. Is that who we want making our decisions? Are people that couldn't make it in the private business? Think about how hard you work as a taxpayer. Whatever job you do, it doesn't matter what you do, you work hard, okay? And yet we have these people that sit back behind their desk, nope, and they don't have to do anything. And they get a big fat salary, big paycheck, and they can also make decisions that don't even affect them because they live in another city. It affects us as the taxpayers in Warwick. Now, the reason I made a video is because I'm not afraid to talk to people. I'll be glad to talk to anybody. You can contact me. My office is right on Elmwood Avenue in Warwick. Again, I'm Jeff Butler. I'm at 2077 Elmwood Avenue. I own Deer Hearts Ice Cream, which is on West Shore Road. Butler Waste, which is on Elmwood Avenue, and also 708 East Avenue in Warwick. I own Elmwood Properties, which is also on Elmwood Avenue in Warwick. So again, I am a taxpayer in Warwick, but I'm willing to talk to people because I'm sure I'm not the only one with this problem. But again, I look to the city council and I look to our new mayor to really take charge and take control and look at the positive growth of the city. You know, these 3 individuals, not only do they create roadblocks, but they default to the answer no. Rather than trying to say, hey, how can we make this happen? They're like, how can we make it not happen? And again, I'm not the only one that's seen that. And let's see how many people respond. I'm going to post this video everywhere I can. And I hope that it gets lots of responses positively. And I'm sure there are people that disagree with me too, but that's what democracy is all about. Thank you.